action in the region initially?
Sorry, I mixed up Ukraine and Iran there.
The reaction is from different countries, especially Saudi Arabia and Egypt, according to some news wires. Saudi Arabia Foreign Ministry expressed its deep concern about what's happening, the escalation, and called for restraint because the region cannot afford another war and damage and dangers on people and the region. Egyptian Foreign Ministry also issued a statement saying it's called for the parties to be restrained and to de-escalate the tension because it's not good for anyone. So both countries doing that. On the other side, there is, as the report is saying, there is celebration in Iran, celebration in Lebanon to express their what they call the victory and what they done against Israel. This more or less the reaction within the region so far, in addition to the closing the airspaces over the region, which affecting travel, passengers, and the economy, many things. So it is concerning for countries, for people, and there is a call for restraint, not to be escalating anymore.
And how much influence do those neighbouring governments have on both sides to pressure them to de-escalate?
The only country have a strong relation, or more or less after the resuming relation between Saudi Arabia and Iran, Saudi Arabia can play a role in convincing Iran in order not to escalate more. But even Iran itself, according to the Iranian mission in the United Nations, the mission is done and they threaten if Israel will retaliate, will be more strikes. So far, I think that's the end for the Iranian strikes. And it's on now on the side of Israel. Will they respond or not? There is talks and reports about Mr. Biden calling for Mr. Netanyahu during the phone call not to do counterattack because you want to use a diplomatic track in order to show to the world Iran is a threat and we need to support Israel. So it might work for the sake of, in favor of Israel, not to retaliate. Because if they retaliate, Iran will strike and will be more escalation. But if Israel will not retaliate and follow, according to the report, the Biden advice, it might win because there is a call for G7 meetings with Mr. Biden and Security Council meetings. So the diplomatic response is to try to show in the media that Iran is a threat, we need to contain Iran, we need to support Israel, and Israel has the right to defend itself. So I think Israel, for the sake of Israel, I think they should follow the advice of Mr. Biden. And I think this would be for the sake, for the peace and the stability in the region, not to be any counterattack from Israel, especially the damage from these drones and missiles was not much. It's only light damage in one of the military bases, only one injury. So the damage is not much. So even Iran tried to maximize what they call the victory and attack the first time attack against Israel, but the damage was not there because the Israeli air defenses and the allies managed to destroy most of them before they reach Israel. So in this case, it's more or less a win-win case. Iran retaliate according to the declaration from Ayatollah Khamenei and the leaders of Iran. At the same time, Israel was not damaged. So in this case, a win-win scenario. So if it doesn't escalate, I think it will be good for the region and for the both sides would be fine.
It's been obviously a very, very, very tense few hours. I think we do have some pictures from Tehran of some celebrations apparently that took place after this strike. I mean, those are the pictures there that we've had in from Tehran. Just how significant is it that Iran has struck Israel on its own territory for the first time?
It is, it's kind of propaganda thing. The Iranian regime tries to win their people because there is economic problems, there is pressure on Iran, there is more sanctions on Iran because of the nuclear program in Iran. So Iran tries to win, maximize the win. But at the same time, it's unprecedented strike. So it didn't happen before. From Iran's soil to attack Israel is the first time to happen. So it might work as a deterrence, not for Israel to do what they done in the diplomatic compound in Syria 2 weeks ago. So it might work as a deterrence and might help to ease the tension between the two countries because Iran showed its ability to reach Israel from its soil and was not afraid to do that. So it shows it has the guts to defy American, to defy the Western allies, but at the same time the damage was limited. So it is like a middle way. They try to show their strengths because Israel tested the resolve after they killed their senior leaders in Damascus, and before there is many killing for some leader from the Iranian Revolutionary Guard. So in this case, the Iranian trying to show they are strong, but at the same time the damage was not much. So Israel should, I think, according to the American advice, should should like accept that and let it go in order to win in the diplomatic level. But it change and breaks the taboo. They cannot attack Israel directly. So that's from the propaganda media level, it's okay, but in reality the damage was not there. So Israel was not affected much. The schools were closed activities, but nothing much happened to Israel. But I think it will help to ease the tension, it will help ease the relationship between Iran and Israel, and they think about the military will not be scenarios will not be the solution for the conflict between them, and this will help to use negotiation and diplomatic tracks in order to solve the situation in the Middle East, especially in Gaza and other areas in the Middle East.
Okay, we will leave it there. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.